How's our week been? Hope we've had a great week. I had a last mile experience today, so it's one of those kind of days for me. It's been a wonderful day. Um, I hope we came expectant. I hope we are excited because we're going to have a bumper package today, guys. I'm excited for what we're going to be learning today and from who and from what part of the world we're going to be hearing from. Yes, he's a Nigerian like you and I, but we're going to be learning a lot from him today. We're going to know why he's doing what he's doing. Excuse me, why he's doing what he's doing and how much we can learn from him. The whole idea of my Omegapro story is just having people come and share. Having people come and share their own stories, and just trying to see if my guest is in the house so that we do not waste any time whatsoever. Okay. All right. Okay, just giving my guest a reminder. All right. Got it. Okay, family. Great to be here. Great to be here. Yes, like I always say, the chosen ones are here. The ones who are supposed to be here are here. So we're going to have a great time. Please, if you would like to remind somebody to take advantage and be here, please let that person be here. If you need to do a final call to get the person in the room, please do, because someone very, very dear, full with a lot of energy and a lot of gusto and excitement for the Omegapro brand is in the house. Okay, and he's going to be sharing his unique Omegapro story. And I think we all have a lot to learn from what he's going to be sharing with us today. Okay, as you know, I'm the regular host, Eno Martins Bakare of my Omegapro story. And it's always a pleasure to share this space with those who are supposed to be here. Okay. So welcome, 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 my guests. Welcome, my friends in the house. We have Ozzy. We have, sorry, I need to wear my glasses. All right. We're getting younger. I can see me better. Jennifer, welcome, welcome. Bros me, thank you. Thank you for showing forth gallantly today to rescue the damsel in distress. Thank you, Desire, Modupe, Simon, Love it, as usual. Nadi, Lexi, the Pips. We can't do this without you, my bro. Always looking from behind our shoulders, making sure we look good. Okay. Now, guys, we're going to be hearing the story of someone who heard about the Omegapro story and decided to run with this vision. I don't know how many working class people are here right now. If you're a working class person and you're here, you're in very good company, because our guest today is also working class, runs his career, runs his job, as well as fervently building the Omegapro business. And you might say, oh, for someone who lives in this part of the world, he lives in Germany, does he really need this kind of business? But you and I are learning now that, some people are not just going to let a very, very fantastic opportunity to just go by them like that. So without so much ado, I know that a lot of our friends are going to be joining the call. Let us have our guest share his beautiful story. Okay, let me see. Let me be sure that I've not been disconnected. Okay, I think I have been disconnected. I have been disconnected. Let me be sure. Let me be sure. Let me be sure. Okay, sorry. I actually thought I lost my screen. I thought I'd been disconnected. Okay, so welcome everybody. Now, our special guest today has been very patient. He was one of the first people in the call. I had to tell him, you know what, I'll call him back in when we are ready. So guys, you're going to be hearing, the next voice you're going to be hearing is my special guest. His name is Emeka Ike. When I first heard his voice, actually when I first saw his name, this was months ago, I was like, okay, Emeka Ike, the Emeka Ike of Nollywood, but definitely not. So I'm sure that his name struck a chord with one or two people, one or two friends on the call, and here we are. Boss, Emeka Ike, you have the floor, my bro, because you're going to be sharing your own Omegapro story. Now, this is how this rolls. You're going to be sharing, this is like, we call it like a village meeting. You know, when you're sharing with friends, when you're sharing how you joined this opportunity, who shared it with you, how did you take it the first time you heard about it? Did you look at it like, another one of these things? Or did you say, wow, this looks interesting and I want to run with it? Did you want to run with it when you heard about it? Did you take your time? Like a lot of people, there are people who I know personally who, now that Omegapro is moving towards its 4th year, though the guy took a place when Omegapro started, but he's just decided to start building the business after making so much volume, over $2 million on one side of his organization. He's just starting to build the business. So every little effort that he does on the other leg, he's just matching, he's just making dollars just bringing on the guy left, right, and center. So now, bro, we want to hear from you. All right. I was excited when I saw your energy, when I saw you, you know, at the Dubai, the Champions Cup or something, you know, what was the name of that league that they had in Dubai where you had this, you know, top footballers from all over the world? I know you were there. So please, I don't want to tell your story, but I'm excited. I want you to come and share your story, bro. You have the floor. Mr. Emeka Ike, doting dad of 2 amazing boys, husband to a wonderful woman, you know, working hard, making so much euros, but you don't want to rest. Come and tell us why you're not resting, bro.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes, you have the floor, bro. Share your story and we'll just flow as we flow in the course of the presentation.
All right. I just want to do a quick check. If you can see me, you can hear me. I want you to give me 111 on the chat box, just a check. If you can see me, I'm very audible enough. Go to the chat box, drop 111, please. All right.
We can hear you.
Right. All right. I love appreciating people. I love appreciating good things, right? So this is the only way I can attract good things too. So I want us to appreciate the host of today. Go to the chat box and say, thank you very much for making today reality. I want everybody to go to the chat box and appreciate the host of today, because it's not easy to put together. Let's go to the chat box. Appreciate the host. Go say thank you very much. It's not easy. If you want to be appreciated, you should learn how to appreciate others too.
Thanks, my bro.
Oh, wow, this is amazing. I'm already in love with my audience. So it's actually going to be an interactive section, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't like talking. I also want to get feedback. So my name is Mr. Emeka Ike. By the grace of God, I'm a senior executive member of Omegapro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am very super excited to be on this call. And I see some names that I know. Madam Jennifer, my uncle is also on the call. Nadi, Joseph, I really appreciate you guys for showing up to support me. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, right? So before we kick it, I would like to share 3 quotes. And like my story is built around these 3 quotes. And if you can grab a piece of paper and a pen just to jot down some things. It's very necessary. if you can, right? So I would like to share 3 quotes. The first one goes this way. Anyone who is willing to make sacrifices, educate themselves, and listen to the right people can change their lives in no time once they make the decision to go all in 100. So anyone, right? I know success is not for everybody, but anyone can be successful if you follow the footsteps. My mentor used to say the only shortcut to success is mentorship. If it took Dangote 10 years to build his empire, he can mentor you to build the same empire in 3 to 4 years. If you are willing to go with him step by step and take sacrifices. So this is the first quote. The second quote goes this way. It's also about success. This is my definition of success, right? I don't know what's your own definition. So I got it from Michelle Obama. He says success isn't about how much money you have or how much houses you have or how many cars you have. It's about the difference you can make in people's life. If you cannot duplicate yourself, I don't think you're successful. So for me, success is about duplicating yourself, imparting people's life positively. Sometimes it's not all about giving them money. It's about adding value to themselves. So you can agree with me that some people are so poor that the only thing that they can offer you is money. When you take away their money, they can't give you anything. So we should be careful the people we associate ourselves with. So the last quote goes this way, and this is from my leader, my mentor, Mr. Abimbola. He is supposed to be on this call, but I think he's in a training. I owe him everything I've gotten from Omegapro. So when I met him, there's something he told me, and after he told me this, I have to put it on the quote. He said, people that say they will do it and still go ahead and do it, they are rare people. If you find them, keep them. I'll take it again. People that say they will do it, they are not common. When you find them, keep them. Not everyone has the willpower to start and finish. You can find it in everybody. So immediately you find this kind of people, grab them, run with them, hold them. They are the people that will push your business to the next level. All right, thank you very much. So let's go straight to the point.
Awesome, bro. Yes, you have the floor. Tell us your story.
All right, so I want to be going in direction from your question. So you give me a point.
All right.
I'll go with the point. So like gradually by gradual, as in step by step.
Fantastic. So, fantastic.
I'm already.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Okay. This is how we're going to roll, my bro. You have the floor, right? Now, we love it when people, you know you're surrounded by friends who want to hear how you seize this opportunity, how you are running with it. Who told you about the Omegapro opportunity, right? Yeah. We want to hear that backstory. We want to know who told you about it. We want to know, did you start running with it? I know you started Omegapro January 2022, this year. A few short months ago, we're almost getting towards the end of the year. So you started this year. About Omegapro, did you run with it immediately or not? Or did you take your time? And what were you doing before you heard about Omegapro? I know you work. Why did you say yes to Omegapro? Do you understand? So I'm giving you pointers that will just help you flow. Do you get? I'll be throwing you questions, but we want to hear your story.
Right. Okay. All right.
Just know that you're talking to family. Yes.
All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Story time. So before now, like I'm very I was very good in Ponzi skill, right? I did MMM. I did a lot of get help and give help. You know, I even have my own platform where we do get, you know, I have my own platform. Like I created with a team, I created my own platform where we do a kind of Ponzi scheme. Some people they give help and they got help too. But you know how it is. It didn't last for 1 month and it collapsed. Like it's one of those things. So I was deep in it. I was deep in it, and then cryptocurrency came in. I also tried to go towards it and all those things, and with my job, and then and blah blah blah. So it got to a point where I just like I cut it off and I say like this is not going to be my thing anymore. Even when my friends came in and say like, guy, give me 500K, give me 1 million. I want to use it and invest in this kind of online business, cryptocurrency. In 3 months' time, I'm going to give you 1.5 million. I'm going to give you, and if something goes wrong, I'll pay you back your money. I was like, okay, if something goes wrong, give me back my money. I will invest. I will just like take the money. And then before 1 month, story, you know, and like,
as always.
Now, what's my money now? It's like, man, guy, it's in no work. Oh. Okay, I'll be paying you small, you know. Before you know it, you can't, the 1 million is gone, you know. So I made a decision. I was like, I don't want to go into anything that have to do with investment online, forex, this, that. Like I just shut my mind, right?
You were tired. Tired.
So I decided to do like my side hustle, right? I decided to take advantage, leverage on WhatsApp, like because I have access to Zara, so I sell Zara men, sneakers, and all those things. I just post online and people like it. So I got a lot of contact from Nigeria that I can sell wholesale prices for them. So I was just doing it and doing my work, you know, like life goes on. And then I've been going to Nigeria, coming and going until I think what was it last year, right? Last year I went to Nigeria for 2 months because I had my second son. So I took like a paternity leave and I just went to Nigeria to cool off, right? So I met Mr. Abimbola on his wedding because his wife is a family, I'm like family friend to them. And she's also my designer. She sews my native when I'm in Nigeria. So I met Mr. Abimbola. He didn't talk to me about Omegapro. Then he was also in Omegapro. He didn't talk to me about Omegapro. We just gisted like it was a wedding. And then the next day, he visited me also where I was staying. We just gist and then exchange number. And I came back to Germany. That was June. That was June last year, right? I came back to Germany. And then once he would just text me like, guy, what's up? How are you doing? How are you doing? I said, guy, I'm fine. What's up? Just like that. And then he called me one day, like, my wife has been disturbing me to tell you about Omegapro. And I'm like, okay, what's Omegapro? And I said, is this forest, blah, blah, blah. You know the story now. And I'm like, bro, leave me a beg and I don't come again. You understand me? Bro, leave me and I don't come again. I'm not interested in this thing. Then he said, okay, it's okay, no problem. And then I just felt like I don't want to do this, you know. Two weeks later, he tested me again. I'm like, guy, what's up with you? Can you just please look at this opportunity again? I was like, okay, what's the name again? He said Omegapro, right? And I went online. This is how the woman might work, right? I went online. The only thing I could search was, is Omegapro a scam? This is the only thing I can that will get into my right. Is Omegapro a scam? Of course, what are you going to get? You're going to get a lot
of course, you will see Omegapro is a scam. That's what you're looking for, you find it.
So a lot of information was coming out like this thing, I don't know. So I called the wife's cousin, which is my friend, and I said, man, this thing your cousin wants to drag me to. He said it's a scam online. My spirit, I don't understand what's going on. She said, well, they've been enjoying the benefit, or I don't know. She said, okay, I'm not going to advise you, just do your thing, right? I said, okay, no problem. So I shut my mind. I said, like, I don't want to do it. So after 1 month, the wife of Mr. Bimbola called me, and then she sent me some pictures of the CEOs and brand ambassadors of Omegapro. Like there was Ronaldinho. I just saw Ronaldinho. Like I love football, you know. I saw Ronaldinho. I was like, man, this is Photoshop. I don't want to believe this. You know, this is Photoshop. But these people should leave me again. They've started. So I just like, okay, I don't want to do this. I made up my mind that I'm not going to do it, right? So this time now we've gotten into August, September, right? In October, Mr. Abimbola now called me again. And like, guy, what's up now? What's happening? That's okay, if you sign up, I'm going to give you a discount of 50. I'm going to pay your license. Like I'm going to pay for the license charge for you if you sign up. And I'm like, how much is the license charge? He said, then it was, I think, $49. And I said, what's $49? I'm not jumping in because of $49. If I want to jump in, I can pay $49 for myself. So it's not like I'm broke or something that you give me $49 offer, then I will just jump into something I don't want to do. And I said, I'm not interested. So for a second thought, and I said, and I told him, like, what's going to be your benefit anyway? What are you going to get if I join? And then he said he's going to get like 7% from whatever I'm coming in with. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm this kind of person, like I like to support, right? I like to support people. I believe in growth. I believe in helping other people grow. So my idea, what was coming in my head was like, okay, let me just risk this money because I want to make him have 7%. This is the reason that I started thinking about giving Omegapro a chance. I was like, okay, let me just join so that he can make the 7%. 7%. Yeah, this was just my reason. Oh, my boss is on the call. I can see him now. Mr. Abimbola is on the call. Sir, I salute you. I salute you personally. Thank you for showing up. So back to my story. So I was like, himself. I was like, all right, let me just do it for the 7%. Like, let me just do it to support. You understand me? If it goes well, if it doesn't go well, it's okay. And the funnest part is he never did a presentation to me. Like, no presentation. It was just like homeboy talking to homeboy, you understand me? Guy, do this. I don't even know what I wanted to do or what I'm getting involved, you understand me? So in the process, this is what I always tell people. Try to give self-value to people. Try to self-value to people. Even if they don't want to buy Omegapro, find something to say to them. Find something so that they can always come back to you, right? So anytime I talk with Mr. Abimbola, he always is telling me about the crypto markets, this and that. He's giving me good information, things I need, you know, like I'm like, okay, wow, wow. So one time I wanted to buy Bitcoin, like it was on my neck. I wanted to buy Bitcoin. I had like rough money. So I wanted to use it to buy Bitcoin. Please, can you record me like with your phone, please, so that I can get it later?
Yes, we're doing that. Yes.
Thank you very much. So I wanted to buy Bitcoin. So I tested him and said, guy, what's up? Do you have Bitcoin? I want to buy Bitcoin. And he didn't reply. So I called the wife and said, I'm not getting your husband. I want to buy Bitcoin. It's urgent. So she gave me the second number to Mr. Bimbola. So I called him and like, before he responded, I bought from somebody else. And when he came online, the price he gave me was really cheaper compared to what I bought. Like I wasted more than 50K, like from the other I bought. But I was like, okay, I did the transaction already. It was fine. And then, so that was by the way. And then between September, October, November, I think December time, it was like winter time here, you know, so work was really slow. And then I can remember it was around ending of December, I was just chilling at work, just chilling. And then I called him, right? I was the one that called, and I said, bros, what's up now? I have like a loose money, like money I don't want to, like I want to use it, but it's not what I want to use. Like nah. I want to use the
Not
money
immediately, yeah.
Yeah. So please, can you advise me what kind of crypto can I buy and keep it that we have maybe in the next 3 months or 6 months it can yield something, you understand me? And then he said he called one coin, which I know, then he called another one, then he said it was spontaneous, like he just said, guy, put this money for Omegapro now. This was what he said. And I was like, Omegapro, okay, I'll put the money. But if I want to go into Omegapro, I want to go deep. This is what I told him. He said, no problem. He's there to assist me. And I said, okay, let's do it. Right. So no presentation, nothing. Right. I said, let's do it. So you can see that he told me this business like July, and I waited the ending of the year to start processing it. So sometimes when you're talking to clients and they are not giving you attention, don't get offended, angry. Them, they are passing through a lot. Omegapro is not the only problem they have, right? Free them, give them time, right? Give them time. Just find a way to add value to their life, directly or indirectly, right? I always tell my team, anybody that you've told about Omegapro is a potential customer. Anybody that you've told about Omegapro is a potential customer. As long as you have contact with that person, keep once, keep communicating, keep engaging him, right? So they are watching you, everybody are watching you, they were like, okay, let me see him do it for 1 month or 2 months, and then he will go away or something like that. But if you're consistent with what you're doing, they will come around. Maxine, I heard Maxine saying it, he said in Panama, when I was in Panama, Maxine said when they started Omegapro, a lot of people saying that they will go down, and then we are 3 months, we 6 months, we 1 year, we're 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and people are still waiting for us to go down. You understand? So it is like that. People you tell about Omegapro, they will sit down, and most of them will sit down and watch you to go down, right? So the more you keep pushing it, the more they realize that we have to join you, right? Most of the people join you when you don't even need their support anymore, because then you're already on a different frequency. So to cut long story short, so me and Mr. Abimbola agreed, and then January I signed up the package, right? I signed up the first package, and then he advised me to like say after I joined up the first, I signed up my first package, and then I told him like, guy, I need to go in, like go in. He said okay. Then he said, if you want to go in, I'll advise you to just put one account on your left and one account on your right, like just to balance it, to have a stable this thing. So then I didn't know anything about networking, about like I don't know, it's like zero. I don't know anything, like 000. I don't know anything. So I was like, okay, I now have to register one account for my wife on my right, and then register one account for myself again on the left. So I didn't even know that I did associate on arrival, so that it was not my problem. So that period, he was in Dubai, like January, he was in Dubai for the first convention of Omegapro in Dubai, right? So I was seeing the pictures, I was seeing the videos, it was like crazy, it was amazing. So he called me on video call from his Dubai hotel room. And then and CDD was there. Then I didn't know he was. I didn't know who CDD. Like CDD was there. We talked and everybody was laughing and this and that. And then I told him, guy, what's up? I checked my account. I saw little money. How come that money came in? So how come that money came in? He said, it's because of you put one account here and put one account here. And I said, oh, is it true? So if I bring another person now, the money will be coming. He said, yes, now this is so why didn't you explain all this thing to me before now? And you're just wasting my time since. So, and I said, okay, he's going to show me things I have to learn, you know. So the mentorship started, right? So he started putting me on a Zoom call, like back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, you know. So one day I just called him and like, I said, guy, what's wrong with you? I'm working, you know, I'm a father of two. I have 8 hours job, like, and then I have a second job that I'm doing. You can't be just be pushing me up and down like this, like this, like, man, give me a break. You know, I don't want to come pursue this money. Like I was going crazy now, but I'm coming back from my second job, and then he's calling me to join in a Zoom, and then my wife is there. Yeah, my wife is there looking at me, my kids are there, you know, and like no time, I needed breathing space. So he's like, okay. And then the next day I called him and like, say, bro, I'm sorry, you know, this kind of thing is too much. I don't know how to explain to my wife, you know, this. But the point there is, this was what I was looking for, because I was not actually looking at the money, but the person I am becoming was more important to me, right? So I want us to note something. In whatever you're doing, you should look at the person you're becoming. The person you're becoming is more important than the money. When you become this person, you attract money. Money will come. You don't pursue money.
That's right.
Just position. The money will come. So that was my drive, right? So because I don't like my job, like I don't love my job. It's giving me money. It's not my kind of job. If Nigeria was good, I don't want to be here. Straight up, like, so no disrespect, but it's what it is, right? So I don't love my job. I'm kind of I'm really creative in nature, and I'm into fashion. Like I like doing my thing. I like lifestyle. Yes. I like being expressive. I like expressing myself through what I wear, you know, what I say, how I act. Like, I just like expressing myself. Some people call it arrogancy, but for me, I don't think I'm arrogant. This is just my style. This is how I express myself. I am bold to represent what I like. You understand? Yeah. I like this kind of thing. So when Mr. Bukola came in with the lifestyle creators and all those things, and then the way I was talking started changing. Before now, I cannot be here. I can't even talk for 5 minutes. Before now, like before I joined Omegapro, I cannot hold this kind of conversation. So it's not about how much degree you have, right? The only thing I got from my dad was the opportunity to go to school. So even if I have a degree or something, I didn't have this energy, you understand me, to talk to people like this. So I found out that I was changing. Wow. Right, I was changing. The new me was exciting me the more. You understand me? And then my wife noticed it. And I was like, your energy, the way your passion for this, your Omegapro is really different. You understand me? Like I love the person you're becoming, even if you're not having time for us. I love the person you're becoming. So I told her that that I want her to support me. This is the only thing I want you to do for me. This is my passion. Now I am not even thinking about the money that I'm going to earn. This is not my problem now. I'm not thinking about the money that I'm going to earn. So I want us to get something right. If you're selling Omegapro to people, Omegapro is not only for the poor people. You understand me? So if you're selling Omegapro to people, don't come and tell somebody that Omegapro is going to change your life. My life is already changed, right? Financially, it's already changed. Don't tell me Omegapro is going to change your life. No. You want to prospect a governor or local government chairman, and you're telling him Omegapro is going to change your life. How? Tell me how. You understand me? You're telling Omegapro in a different way, which is value. What he stands to benefit if you just Omegapro, right? Mentorship. This I said to these people that already have money. So if you're coming to me and say, yeah, fine, everybody wants money. I know everybody needs money, but it's not. Everybody must not do forex to make money. So we should understand it that way. So you have to have to go across these things. So in the process, my mind was not actually about the money, right? Honestly. So my mind was, I was loving who I am becoming, and I was loving what I am seeing, the challenges ahead, how I am talking. It was super excited for me. And my wife also noticed it, that guy, like I love your passion, I love your energy, right? Then I started doing more, like I couldn't do presentation then, so I was doing more of two-way calls, three-way calls. Like I started using my WhatsApp status to post about Omegapro, Omegapro everyday updating. Like I even told a lot of people, my friends, and they was like, they were like, guy, you don't need smoke something, right? So and he told me, Mr. Bimbola told me, he said, guy, if the growth starts, you will start losing people. So if you don't lose anybody, that means you're doing something wrong. I want us to get that clear. If you start losing people, you know that you're growing. But if you're in this business and you've not lost anybody, you have to go back to your drawing board. I will do that for free, right? So immediately I started growing, I started losing people. People started rebelling, right? My friends, my homeboys that I used to talk 2 hours.
Hang out with, yeah.
Like I don't have this kind of time anymore because I do 8 hours, and after 8 hours, I go do 2 hours, and then I'm coming to Omegapro, and then I'm calling coach. I'm trying to get myself updates. And when they call me on the phone, I was like, guy, I'm sorry, I have to do this. I'm sorry, I'm in the Zoom call. All right, I'll call you back.
They should be joining you. They should join you. They should come in.
So sometimes I just say, okay, let me call you back. And when I call back, we just talk, and then they want to take the conversation to the normal conversation. Like, man, what's up now? Last time you came to Nigeria, what's up? The club, the days, the dad.
Yeah.
I said, guy, my brain know the process them now. I did think about another thing, right? This is, and then they stop calling, the calls stop dropping, like they don't call again. And then I started, I started getting connected with the team. So it's very, very important who you're listening to. I don't care how much money you make it, but what bothers me is what you're reading, who you're listening to. It's very, very important for me. Like if you hang around with 5 billionaires, there is a high possibility that you're going to be the 6th one, right? So my coach always say to me, you are an average of the 5 people you speak to every day. Right?
That's right.
So to do this, you have to get connected to the people you want to be like them, right? I never know about mentorship before now, but Omegapro taught me about mentorship, seriously. And then I'm not a very good reader. Even when I was in school, I don't like reading because I was an engineering student. So I just cram any course that have to do with reading. I just cram and go there, write the exam away. So I'm not a good reader. So anything that has to do with reading, count me out. So what happens, I started going for audio through my coach. He started sending me audio books that I can just listen and get value, right? And the more I listened, the more I started growing. 3 months later, I just woke up and like, I'm a CV executive member of Omegapro, right? So the story changed from then. I stopped my second job, right? Because there was no need. I was making what I was making. I don't want to oversay it so that it won't look not real. So let's just, what I'm making in a month is double what I am making in my second job. Omegapro pays every week, right? So some week I will just make my salary in a month. Right? So I don't need this second job again.
Yeah.
Right? Let me put the energy on Omegapro and also have time for my family. Right. So I was talking to my wife about it, and then she said, but you're still going to, women now, how they do, but you're still going to be calling in the house now. I said, oh, do you prefer me not to be outside for these 2 hours than to be in the house and still be calling? So if you need something, I can say, I am close to you. I can say,
yes,
let me help you. Or do you prefer that I am outside and be doing this thing? And then if there is an emergency, you cannot get me, or if you need a cup of water, you cannot tell me to bring a cup of water. She said, no, stay here.
Please be at home. Yes.
So I was now, like, say, okay, I quit the second job, and I had only my full-time job and then Omegapro. So I started growing my team, right? Left and right. Started looking for leaders.
Bro, let me pause you a bit. You know,
Okay.
you've said so much. Okay, let me just give you a little bit of a breather. You've said so much in the course of having this conversation. You've talked about mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm sure Abimbola is feeling so proud right now, being on this call and hearing you talk. And no, he must be feeling so proud. The cryptographer, salute sir. He's an awesome person. You know, you've talked about mentorship. You've talked about a number of things that have also changed. You've talked about not having to do two jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You've talked about being able to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about the fact that, you know, there are certain people, it's not just for them, it's not just about the money. My life is already amazing. My life is already changed. I want to be in a position where I can impact lives.
Yeah.
So right now I'm looking at you and I'm seeing that, yes, you have this fabulous life, beautiful wife, beautiful children, living your dreams, working because, yeah, you need to. Is she there?
Yeah, I know.
You know, and you know, and then you're living well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to do Omegapro, but you decided to take a chance, right? It took you about 6 months to eventually, you know, start this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you saw how your coach followed you up, added value. The thing is, you've learned so much in practical terms, watching him with you, that you can make reference to, and you can also mentor your people because you've seen him in action, right?
Yeah.
Very livable. He's a book that you practically have to read, you know, in real terms. So I'm happy that you came for the wedding. You know. I'm happy you came for the wedding. so now you work one job, you're doing your Omegapro business, you are building from home, you have time with your wife, you have time with your boys, you are making more money, you're making weekly money that sometimes takes care of, you know, your monthly salary or your second job. And things are looking good. Because your wife can see your handsome face, you know, when she's moving around the house. Like, okay, my husband is here, he's happy, and he's making money, and you know, he doesn't have to do the second job, and it's working for you.
Yes.
It's working for you, and you're in a position where you can also mentor other people. Now, you can share your story with a lot of people, which is what you're doing right now. What would you tell somebody now, today? You used to think Omegapro was a scam. So what would you tell somebody? Somebody now who thinks Omegapro is a scam. What is the best way, in one small sentence, the best way that you can tell someone today who comes and says, oh yeah, Omegapro is a scam, or someone who is struggling with trying to bring someone into the business and they're telling the person that Omegapro is a scam? What would you advise?
Okay, so first of all, I want us to understand that Omegapro is not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
If you know that, if you're able to identify that Omegapro is not for everybody, number one, and you're able to distinguish your emotions from the outcome of any of your communication with your clients, then you're on the right track, right? So now it's all about belief, right? I know what I believe, and you know what you believe. For some people, even if Jesus Christ comes down and tell them about Omegapro, they will never join you. You understand? So for some people, even if Jesus Christ comes down and tell them about Omegapro, they will not join. So what I always tell people in this kind of situation, don't argue, don't try to prove that Omegapro is not. Allow this person to believe whatever he wants to believe. Because immediately Eric Ward said, when they come with the question like Omegapro is a scam, and say like, wow, how did you know? Can you tell me about it? You know, then they will look surprised, like, did I ask the wrong question? You understand? But if they tell you, yeah, Omegapro is a scam, and then you try to attack or to defend Omegapro, then you're making a mistake. You understand me? Good product will sell itself.
That's right.
You understand me? So if somebody is coming to you and say, Omegapro is a scam, I saw it this, I saw it, it's okay, it's your belief, no problem, right? So can you tell me about it, please? Can you tell me your experience about it, right? So you find out that they don't even know what they are saying. They don't have anything to say. Then comes in where you start educating them. You don't try to defend what they are saying. The only way
at that instance,
yes,
okay,
don't defend, because the more you defend, the more you give them something to talk about, right? So now there is something I learned from one of my teammates. Her name is Christabel, right? She told me how to identify a company that is scam, right? So it's all about education, right? So now when somebody comes in and say Omegapro is a scam, this guy say, okay, no problem. I heard you. Can you tell me a little bit about it, please? And this 100%, this person will say, okay, I went to the internet and I tapped it and I wrote like what I did.
Which is usually the case.
Also say, can you go to the internet and type, is drinking water good or bad? You always get a negative, even if you type your name and say, is Emeka Ike bad? You will see that Emeka Ike is bad.
Yeah.
That means garbage in, garbage out. It's what it is. So now, sometimes I ask the people, which was the, is there any institution that is qualified to verify companies that are scam or not scam company? So then I will just educate them and say, if you want to look into any investment, it must not be Omegapro. There are three things I always look at, right? One, who are the founders of this organization, right? What is their integrity level? What have they done before now? Are they people that people can reach, like flesh and blood, or they are just appearing in Telegram group and just writing something on Telegram group and going away? Are they people that are people that you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that has met them one-on-one? You know, what are they doing before Omegapro? Did they just appear overnight? You understand me? This is the first point.
History, yeah.
This is what you have to try to educate this person. Don't put Omegapro now. Leave Omegapro. Just try to tell this person how he can identify a scam company in the future. This has nothing to do with Omegapro, right? Then secondly, what is this company offering? What are they selling? What is their percentage, their return of investment, right? If a company is giving me 20 or 30% in a month, I will run for my life. You don't need to tell me. Even 10% is too big, right? Omegapro is not giving you 10% in a month. They are giving you 10% capital and interest in a month. So if you check it, Omegapro is paying you like 5% in a month on compounding, because the system is sustainable. These guys, they are smart.
Yeah.
They're doing. So if they are paying you, that's why they say inclusive your capital and your interest. That's what you're taking every month. If you're taking on 10%, that's why at the end of 16 months, if you're going in with 10%, so at the end of time, you're not going to have your capital back. You're taking everything. Any company that's coming to tell you, all right, I'm going to give you 20% every month and your capital is still there every month. No, it's not, it's too, it's scary. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
This is number the 2 point, right? Then 3, what is their I forgot this, like oh my,
you know what's even striking me now, eh? You know what's striking me? The fact that when you were starting your story, you told us about the fact that you used to do a lot of Ponzi.
Okay, right.
You used to do a lot of Ponzi. So there is no way they will package a Ponzi and present to you that you will not recognize it from a mile. Yes. So you've done it so much that you can tell. Yes. This one will not, this one in 3 weeks to vanish. This one in 1 month to go. Yes. And that's the beauty of experience. So right now, you know what a Ponzi is, how to recognize it from a distance. So even before they bring it near you, like, guy, this one, no be. You understand? And that's experience. You got to a point where you got so tired of it. You got really tired of it, and you're like, you know what, I'm done. You know. So for you now.
Okay, 1 moment. I remember the third plan, the third point. The third point is the compensation plan.
Okay.
The partners, like the people the networkers, the people pushing the business. What are their compensation plan? So if you check Omegapro compensation plan, you find out that they have the people in heart, right? With this 70 rules thing, right? This is amazing. This is like they're planning for your future, for your pension. Not in the business, right? After 1 year, you can still have access to money. So these are the 3 key things you have to check in a company before you jump in, right? And then to crown it up, mentorship, I was talking to somebody and then she said, I've been on this lady for a very long time, you know, trying to get her about Omegapro. Immediately, I told her we had a training with John C. Maxwell. She now asked me, is John C. Maxwell in Omegapro? I said, I don't know. I'm not saying John C. Maxwell is in Omegapro. If you want to decide your own, but we have a training with him. He's also in our slide. I'm not telling you that he has an account in Omegapro. I've not seen that one, but I know that he has an integrity, and for him to associate himself with Omegapro, that means he has done his own research, right? He has they have done all their research. So it's not all about money now, it's about legacy, right? So for him to even on Omegapro screen, that means he has checked everything and everything checked, right? So this lady said, keep me in, right? So sometimes it's if I wake up
because of that.
Yeah, if I wake up to borrow money and Mr. Abimbola is telling me, guy, there is a new business I want to do now. Look at what is this. I don't have to question him because he's my mentor. He has shown me a workable way, which I know that has worked, right? I will just jump with him.
Yeah.
Right. So that's another part of it. So
fantastic. So how do you build your team? You know, we're rounding up actually. So how you're going to advise somebody, how would you advise someone to build, someone who's trying to maybe build the business? How would you advise that, okay, this is a sure bet way to build your Omegapro business, especially if you're working and you want to build the business? Okay, this is one of the ways that you can deploy to build your Omegapro business. Yeah.
Okay. All right. My mentor always say that
you just talk to strangers. Do you leverage on friends that you have and all that? Is that how you're doing it organically, or do you use social media advertising, or do you just talk to random people that you meet, maybe socially? What's your strategy?
Okay.
Let's keep it brisk.
Okay.
Please, if you have any question that you feel we should ask Emeka Ike before he leaves, please just drop it in the chat box and we'll ask him, you know, this is second to the last question. If you have any question, please just drop it. But this is my last question for him because he said so much in the course of his conversing and sharing. He said a lot of things I would have asked.
See, Angie, so the thing is this: there is no one way, there is no one strategy that works in networking, or there's nobody that is going to tell you that if you follow this strategy, it will work. Like, just go with what duplicates, right? So now what I did, and anybody can do it, right? What I did is I was going with my WhatsApp status. I was putting content in my WhatsApp status, trying to.
You were attracting them, right? Yes, attracting them.
WhatsApp status. So it got to a point where I I don't have any more contact anymore. Like people to work with, like I was just hanging, right? So my coach now told me to leverage on my downliners and contacts, right? So now I'm calling my downline and say, who do you want to talk to? Put that person on a three-way call. Let's talk, right? So I'm talking with this of my downline. I'm talking with this person. I'm talking with this person. I'm talking with this person, right? So that's making me always have people to talk to. As long as they are under you, you keep helping them. Tap into their contacts. Tap into their contacts. If they don't grow, you can't grow. Right? So
that's right.
And this madam, this doctor, what's her name again? Doctor.
Okay.
Favor.
Favor. Okay. Favor.
Dr. Favor said there was something she said in this Zoom 12 o'clock Zoom about leveraging on other people's energy to enhance productivity. Okay. Right? Your energy is weak. What do you have to do? You already have downlines, right? Leverage on their energy, assist them, add value, try to help them to close the deal. Because if they close the deal, it's a win-win for the team, right? So the other thing I did was I opened before now I never had Instagram and Facebook. So I opened Instagram, I opened Facebook, right? I started being active, like creating content. Like I said, I'm creative, so things to do is I just find it easier. Like I can make videos, I can write lyrics, and I can just put quotes out there, snap good pictures, you know. So this attracts people, you know, the lifestyle, right? Omegapro is all about show business.
That's right.
Show business. As long as you're doing networking, it's show business. People will buy when they see you doing good, right? And I also want to tell people that, you know, your life has not changed, and then you're telling somebody that Omegapro is going to change your life. But your life, Omegapro have not changed your life, and you're telling me it's going to change my life. How?
And that's a scam.
It's not possible. You are not driving a car and you're telling me that Omegapro will make me to buy a car. Bro, sis, you don't have a car. How you're doing Omegapro? You're pushing it, you don't have a car. You're telling me that Omegapro is going to help me buy a car. No, I'm not going to believe you. So what do you do in this time, right? What do? You leverage from your upline. Call me. I always tell my downline, call me. I'm in Germany, right? Call me. Put me on the call. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Just say, I have a business idea that I want you to listen to, all right? But I don't really know much about this business, but I have somebody that is in Germany and this business has changed this person's life. I have this person is in Abuja. This business has changed this person's life. This person is doing good, he's doing that. I want you to listen to him. Okay, fine. You put me on the call. I talk with authority. I'll tell you, bro, say I'm not suffering, right? With or without Omegapro, I'm good. But I key into this business because I see the future in this business. Like I love freedom, right? I love leverage. Right? I'm taking advantage of this system. So when I'm talking to this person, it's like, okay, big man talks to big man, right? Then it's like, okay, this guy is Germany doing well. All right, maybe I will give this thing is something I have to think about, or I have to give a second thought. right? But you Omegapro have not changed your life, and then you're telling your bank manager that Omegapro is going to change my life this day. Nobody's going to believe that. So these are also mistakes people do. And then in your social media, try to engage people. Try to engage. Like engagement is very, allow people to see what they want to see. Show yourself. Don't be scared. Show yourself. Make videos, your daily life. In fact, there's something I learned from this Black Diamond. What's his name again? In Leverage Circle. What's his name again? Leverage Circle.
Tomiwa? Is it Tomiwa?
Yeah, that was something I learned from him. He said there is no single, he said every single day, try to make 3 posts. 1 for yourself, 2 value to the people, then 3 your business. Your business, now your business must not be Omegapro. So it can be general as long as you're a networker. So when I'm educating people, I'm removing Omegapro. I'm not putting Omegapro. I'm just educating you generally what you can do to move your business to the next level. So your business can be your selling soap. Your business can be a musician. Your business can be Omegapro, right? So if I'm selling this to somebody and then he's like, this guy is not even talking about Omegapro, he's just educating me. And then boom, Omegapro inside. You understand?
Yeah.
Immediately he tried to engage, boom, Omegapro is coming in, right? So he doesn't have any other choice than to listen to me. But if you start from the beginning, Omegapro, you will choke them, they will run away.
That's right.
I remember my uncle was the first people I told about Omegapro. You know, he was trying to take his time, and then he was even advising me, please be careful the way you put your money, this, that, you know. And I say, uncle, if this company, if not to die inside, make a die, you understand me? Because what I'm saying, I went to Panama.
We die here.
I went to Panama, right? I went to Panama, right? It was like the people in Nigeria couldn't come because of visa thing and this. So I was able to become a citizen, right? So I went to Panama and I came back. I went to Nigeria after like 1-2 weeks. I came back from Panama. So it was like, man, so what is happening? This guy is just traveling all around. Omegapro. Come and tell me about it. I want to enter it. Nah. That is how. Wow. Find way to also go to events is very, very necessary. Show yourself to event. If I'm in Abuja today, I'll go to CDC office, right? When I was in Lagos, I met Polo and Grand Dime and CDD. All of them made a video with me, and they called my name and say, yeah, he's Emeka Ike from Germany. If you want to know about this business, meet him. So this is also something I used to sell myself. So, but if you're in your house, it don't work. You have to come out. You have to stay connected with him.
That's true.
So I'm sorry, I just want to give you some points. Like one, like consistency is very key. It's very, very powerful. I want all of us to use it. Stay consistent in whatever you're doing, even if you're not selling anything, even if you're not having any sign up 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. Stay consistent.
Keep going. Yeah.
Like you're going to the gym. When you're going to the gym, you can do 1 month. You're not seeing anything. So, but I'm not going to promise you that 2 months time you're going to see something. But I know if you don't quit, one day you will look at the mirror and you will see results. This is what I know. So
that's true.
That's true. Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep going. Don't quit. Right? Yeah.
And secondly, stay connected to your team. It is very, very necessary. Stay connected. It's like your phone. Sometimes the battery is low. You have to recharge it. And how do you recharge? You stay connected to your team. Sometimes I'm just lost. I don't know what to do, but I'll just pick up the call and call coach and say, coach, I don't have my brain, they empty. I don't have people to talk to. What should I do? He said, go and read now. Go do capacity building. Go and read. Food your brain. Go build yourself. People will come. Build yourself. Prepare. Position yourself. When that time comes, you will have something. But if you don't position yourself, when it comes, you cannot do anything. So now the other point is the problem is everybody.
I hope that's the last point.
That is the last point. Everybody on this call knows what to do. Like seriously, we all know what to do. on this call. But there's a big difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know. I want us to write it down.
Big difference between knowing what to do and doing what you know.
So I think maybe there is time for another debate. For now, thank you very much. And if anybody back to you. Wow.
See now,
wow. Thank you.
my people are hailing you already. This guy is loaded. Emeka Ike, you came in a big way. Thank you, Cryptographer. You know, I told you I have my eyes on this guy. I want this guy to be on my Omegapro story, and you made it happen. I'm one of your fans, so Emeka. I'm one of your fans. It's me that I told that people that your guy. I want him.
Send me wallets.
Yeah, my bro, you're doing well. You're representing well. You're doing big things in Germany. We celebrate you. You're doing so well. I have one person that I want to just say hello briefly on this call. I know she wants to say hello as well, and that is my diamond. Her name is Gladys Etim. Wow. I know she wants to say hello so that you feel the love before we presence. My diamond.
Yeah, thanks, enormous.
I appreciate it.
You make me feel Emeka, you are doing well. I will send you wallet. I will send you wallet in a container. I will use container to hit you with wallet.
I claim it. God will
bless you for honoring us with this call.
Thank you very much.
No, you've done it again. No.
Thank you very much.
I will not be playing with you
Thank
again.
You, boss lady.
You shouldn't be joked with. Emeka, thank you so much. You
I
know,
love you guys.
Thank you for that one. I've learned one big one today. It's a different thing to know what to do and do what you know. So when you know, what did you do with the information?
Yes.
When you start, you must make 10 calls per day, and you are complaining I don't have anybody. How many calls did you make today? If you know that one person will engage in 10, then if you need to, you should be making 20 calls.
Yes.
Consistency. Right. And then again, bro, I learned something good again. You know me, I'm a very loyal person. Okay. But again, I've learned that sometimes just talk about this, our passion. Me and Eno, we are so passionate along with our team. Let's talk about our passion. Let's talk about helping people make money online. Let's talk about doing it legitimately and in a bombastic way. Sometimes leave out the name of the company and just do your thing. So you don't put them up. So they will feel confident to ask you, say, babe, come and teach me now. What are you doing? They want to know what you are doing, not which brand you are associating with.
Yes.
They will start to ask you what you are doing when they are buying you another brand.
Yes.
So it is us pushing ourselves, our friends, our circle of influence, our strong team forward. Emeka, may you work and never stumble.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Amen. That's my diamond for you.
And if you decide to stumble,
we are celebrating.
Thank you.
Stumble on top bag of money.
Make it stumble on top wallet. $50,000 wallet. Stumble on break leg. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, enormous. Thanks, babes.
Thank you, lady. You know, Emeka, there is a way we always leave the room. Every day we have my Omegapro story amongst other presentations that we have. We will you out of the room in grand style. The way we do it here in the Trybe. There's the way we do it. So after every presentation, when we have our guests like this, as we're closing, we have this chant: Omegapro, impacting lives. Omegapro, impacting lives. The third one, Omegapro, we came, we saw, we conquered, and then explosions, boom, shakalaka, boom, 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 everywhere. You understand? So we're going to show you how we do it. We don't play here. My people,